Coming up today on UB Football Insider with Landslide Poll, presented by ECMC, we'll take you into another wild and crazy Bulls post-game locker room celebration following the big win over Kent State. We'll preview today's even bigger game against the defending MAC champions. You'll meet the hard-hitting safety from Louisiana, Tim Roberts. We'll have our Karuba collisions and our top 5 plays. It's an action-packed edition of UB Football Insider, so let's kick it off. With a chance to tie this game up, the Bulls lead 20-13, and they're going to go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. A run up the middle, he didn't get there. He didn't get it. The quarterback keeper, and the Bulls come up with a huge goal line stand. Handoff, Reed running wide to the left side. No, it's a quarterback keeper, Drew Anderson at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50-yard line. 40-yard line, and finally brought down at the Kent State 34-yard line. How did he do it? Drew Anderson, shotgun snap, looking right now again. Now he'll roll to the left, throw towards the end zone, caught, touchdown! Zach LaFave with his first UB touchdown. It's a Buffalo 27-13 win, 3rd win in a row. First 3-game winning streak since 2015.
At halftime, we talked about keeping an edge and making some plays, fellas. We really stepped up and made them when we needed to. And that's what shows, fellas, when you keep working, that good things will happen. It doesn't matter when it happens, what year of school you are, when your opportunity comes, because everybody in this room is capable of contributing, making plays.
I think it's the whole team. Like we're a family, and like we all rely on each other. And I think Coach always preached that the next man up.
A year ago, he's kind of buried a little bit on the depth chart. And reps, even in practice, sometimes are tough to come by. And now he's got a little breath of fresh air in there, and he's taking advantage of his opportunity. And very proud of the way he's played as he's created plays for us.
Yeah, and Reed was really the catalyst to the beginning of this game for the Bulls. A 55-yard run gets everything started, and then those 3 touchdown runs. That's 3 straight games for Emmanuel Reed with over 100 yards.
He's exploded on the scene since he kind of emerged a couple of games ago against Colgate. 100 yards every game. He's going to be tough to take out of the lineup. He was again here today. Not only big plays in the running game, but also a couple of big plays in the passing game, picking up some blocks to protect Drew Anderson.
Yeah, and he made life easy on Drew Anderson, who started this game for the injured Tyree Jackson. First career start for Anderson. A little nervous by his own admission to get things going, but he started to settle in, and he was efficient. Not great, but efficient, which is all you want out of your backup quarterback.
Understandable to have some nerves there at start, getting your first start of the season and of his career here at UB, but you're right, he was efficient today. He made the right decisions, sometimes even pulling it down or throwing it out of bounds to keep possession, not trying to force a ball in there. He was smart all game long, and you know what? When he needed to make that pass and a big play downfield, he was there and accurate every time.
Coming into the game, and even just preparing this week, I think we really feel like we can win every game for sure. And that's something that has changed since I've been here for sure.
Things that we can build on this, that we can go do these things on the road, and we can build off the lead and do different things and get turnovers when we need them, create big plays in special teams. Those are big, and very proud of our guys and our staff.
As Jake Martinez awaits, Adams blocked, punt is blocked, it is rolling free at the 10, picked up by the return, the punter, but the Bulls are going to get it inside the 10-yard line.
You got a lot to be proud of, a lot to build on, okay? You take that confidence, and then you fuel it with a desire to get even better. Very proud of you. Congratulations. All for 1 on 2. 1, 2. All for 1.
And we welcome in Bulls head coach Lance Leipold. I did not see you in the post-game locker room celebration this week.
I think people were fortunate. After the last one, I think we were asked not to. But no, it's exciting for our players. Again, by the time you walk in the locker room doing things and they're celebrating and and well deserved.
It's such a moment of pure joy. It's so fun to see it. It's just so fun to see the guys so happy and satisfied with what they've been doing.
Yeah, especially like when you go through everything that we do, and you try to let them have their personalities and do it, and see them enjoy each other like that. It's pretty special.
Well, as we look back on the Kent State game, a good win, going on the road in any conference, anywhere, and winning is always tough. But I think everybody will go to the key moment in the game, which was a combination of your defense and your offense, because start of the second half, 7-point lead, Kent State goes right down to the 1-yard line. You stop them on 4th and 1, and then you turn around and you go 99 yards. It's a huge momentum swing for the game. As you look back on the game, was that the moment that sticks in your head?
Yes, it is. The first half was probably the Kobe Green block punt, and then that got us the momentum back. But definitely the big one was the 4th down stop at the 1-yard line, and the ability for us to go 99 yards. Those are two things that we haven't been able to really do much of in our time here, and to see that happen back to back like that. Sometimes you might stop them, Paul, and you might get a first down or two, and then you got to punt the ball back. To take it down and score, I think really took a lot of wind out of them.
That doesn't happen, the 99-yard drive, without Drew Anderson's amazing 64-yard run. He has said to us that he didn't think anybody in the stadium thought he was going to keep the ball. Was that part of the plan?
Well, he was able to make the read and make it happen, and I don't know, that's one of the things with Tyree's running ability. I think sometimes Drew's ability to run the football kind of gets overlooked, and he showed. And the thing that impressed me, Paul, was he wasn't looking for a way out of bounds either. He was kind of weaving through it all and trying to get some extra yards. I thought for a second there he might take it all the way.
His celebration was amazing at the end. I know it has gone all over social media. Is that something that even the guys in the locker room have kidded him about, or even the coaches?
I'm sure they have. I didn't see it till like late Sunday or something, but the first part was just his emotion, which I thought was great, because he's a pretty flatline guy in a lot of things. Now, but to see him get excited, I think really helped spark the rest of that drive as well.
All right, so Drew Anderson is going to make his second start. He will get the start later today when the Bulls host the defending MAC champion, the Western Michigan Broncos. It's a 3:30 kickoff here at UB Stadium. Coach and I will come back and we will preview and talk about the very dangerous Western Michigan squad. That is when UB Football Insider with Lance Leipold, presented by ECMC, returns right after this.
Get to UB Stadium on Saturday, October 14th when the Bulls host the Huskies of Northern Illinois, presented by CSEA.
Buffalo! Touchdown!
Kickoff is at 3:30 p.m., but the excitement starts 3 hours prior, right inside Stampede Square, with family fun entertainment and a concert by a local band, the Chicago Authority. Come cheer on the Bulls on October 14th. It's sure to be a day the whole family will enjoy. For tickets and more information, call 877-UB-THERE or visit UBBulls.com.
Welcome back to UB Football Insider. This segment is presented by CEFQ, changing lives every day.
I think our biggest thing is we need to teach our players not to ever try to repeat what they did last year, because we're not the same team. We don't have Zach. We don't, when things get hard, we need to be able to lean on someone. Who's that going to be? We can't say, hey, Zach, throw it to Corey, because I'll look around and they won't be anywhere to be found. So they have to understand that they have to turn the page. And I'm really trying to get them to focus on that, because we're never going to forget last year. Man, it was fun. As an alum, I'm never going to forget it. We're going to talk about it and just smile about it all the time, be so proud. But for this year, in order to do it again, we have to think about this next team.
Coach, great to hear from Tim Lester, the new Western Michigan head coach, one of the all-time great quarterbacks in the Mid-American Conference, back at his alma mater. Good to hear some of his comments. Important moment for you and your program coming up in a little over an hour at noon today. There'll be the groundbreaking, the official groundbreaking with the Murchie family in attendance for the new field house. I know you'll be busy doing other things, but talk about the significance of that moment of seeing some shovels in the ground.
It'll be a very special moment, a special day for our athletic department, our football program, and really our whole university is that this building will help our athletic department and to move into a direction that we hope will lead us to many successful seasons along the line in all sports.
All right, so you got the Broncos as the defending Mid-American Conference champions coming into UB Stadium for today's 3:30 kickoff. Obviously, they were an amazing team last year. Go the 13-0. They go to the Cotton Bowl. A lot of those key players are gone, but you've thought an awful lot about that game that you played against them late in the season in Kalamazoo.
Yes, it was a great great environment. College game day was there. But I really thought for 25 minutes, which I know you need to play 60, but for 25 minutes, we competed probably the best that we had maybe all season, and lined up and went toe-to-toe with them and did some good things. Their overall speed and strength and athleticism, I think, started to show itself, and we wore down a little bit, and they pulled away. But we're going to need that type of effort for 60 minutes to play with this team. But I think there's a lot in the early part of that game that we could take and be proud of.
So how are they a different team from the one that fans remember from that game last year?
Well, I think, when you had a Corey Davis, Zach Terrell as the quarterback and receiver tandem that they had, and where they were, where that was kind of going for them as far as experience, first-round draft pick, and that, I don't know if it's quite there as far in the, but they have a solid quarterback. They have an excellent running game. Receiving core is very athletic still. I think it all starts with their backfield, though, and what they want to do. And they have 3 talented guys that they need to keep happy. And but they all been very productive in their career. So stopping the run is going to be a huge part of what we need to do to try to be successful today.
Those 3 guys, Jamari Bogan, Jarvion Franklin, Levante Bellamy. How does your defense prepare for 3 rather different style running backs?
Well, I think you notice who's in the game, but at the same time, it's still going to be, playing our responsibilities, being gap sound, and most importantly, then when all that comes, once that ball snap, is that we got to be able to get off blocks and tackle well. Our missed tackles are not where we want them to be, still too many, and if we don't tackle well today, it could be a long day.
On defense, they have one of the most dynamic players, not just in the Mid-American Conference, but frankly in the country, and a guy who is already getting a lot of NFL attention. He wears number 4. He's cornerback Darius Phillips, but you'll also see him on returns. Coach, he has 11 career touchdowns on returns: punt, kickoff, fumble, interception returns. How do you prepare for that kind of a guy?
Well, again, you need to be sound in what you're doing. You need to tackle well. You need to have in special teams. You need to have a great assignment discipline. I say staying in our lanes, tackling well, doing those things. But hopefully we minimize those opportunities, and then that's going to be for touchbacks, fair catches, things like that. We've got to be able to do. But he's a very, very talented guy. He's done it against some of the best teams in the country.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck in what should be a very interesting and a hard-fought game here today against Western Michigan. Going for 4 in a row. Good luck getting that.
Thank you very much.
All right, Bulls head coach Lance Leipold, as we continue UB Football Insider. Now a chance to introduce you to one of the best guys on this team, not only on the field, but off the field. Senior safety Tim Roberts, the guy we like to call the Bayou Banger.
I'm Tim Roberts. I'm number 22. I play free safety on UB football team. I'm from Louisiana, man. It's about maybe 30 minutes from New Orleans, and it's a small country town, man. My trailer is basically surrounded by a whole bunch of trees. The bayou is right there, and it's like a little Cajun town. So it's very different. It was a little rough, not having my mom struggling and my parents are struggling to try to put me through school. When I first walked into my high school, it's called Hornville, and man, there was so much competition. Coming from my school, I was overlooked, big time. I was overlooked. I had the grades, I was respectable, I put in the work. I basically was so overlooked that my coaches didn't even know I was overlooked. When the signing day came, it was like, "You didn't get no offers?" I was like, "No, I did not." And so I really didn't know if I was gonna play football anymore. My boy from UCLA, number 42, Kenny Young, he put me on at this JUCO called Fullerton. I came in there and my coach told me, man, you could get in and get out, literally. I didn't wanna go out to parties. I didn't wanna do anything. All I wanted to do is grind, get in and out, and get to my university, because I had a plan, I had a tunnel vision that I knew I was gonna play D1 football. The day, man, Coach Ag Paulson called me, man. He told me I had the offer. It literally shocked me. I literally went outside and I dropped tears, because I get to tell my mom I get to play Division I football.
I think Tim's been a really big part of what we've been doing this year. He's been a tremendous leader for us. on and off the field. His play on the field, he's been a lot more consistent with things, really understands what we're doing, and always has energy no matter really what the situation is. And when I think he's got a good sense of when we need something, he can deliver, and the pick-me-up that we need, and so he really is just a super mature guy.
You would never see me complaining about nothing that's given to me, especially if that's something that I earned. I would never complain about that. UB, man, it's a really good academic school, man. And that's one of the big reasons I came here. When everything's said and done, I mean, of course I would try to go to the league. But if anything, I always have a backup plan. After college, I would love to be a nurse, a male nurse, man, and go into medical school and be a doctor. It's a blessing how they give to us, and it's all ups, man. It's all ups.
Stay tuned. UB Football Insider with Lance Leipold will be right back. Get to UB Stadium on Saturday, October 14th when the Bulls host the Huskies of Northern Illinois, presented by CSEA.
Buffalo! Touchdown!
Kickoff is at 3:30 p.m., but the excitement starts 3 hours prior, right inside Stampede Square, with family fun entertainment and a concert by a local band, the Chicago Authority. Come cheer on the Bulls on October 14th. It's sure to be a day the whole family will enjoy. For tickets and more information, call 877-UB-THERE or visit UBBulls.com.
Welcome back to UB Football Insider. This segment is presented by Town BMW, the official auto partner of UB Athletics.
Welcome back to UB Football Insider with Lance Leipold. My name is Paul Peck, outside the Murchie Family Football Center here at UB Stadium, where the Bulls take on Western Michigan, a 3:30 kickoff later today. Well, let's head over to Town BMW. It's our Coaches and Cars segment, and we found the best defensive driver on the Bulls coaching staff. It's D coordinator Brian Borland.
Have you ever been in a car this smooth?
No, actually, this is, I was going to say, it's nice and smooth ride. I don't think I've ever driven around out here before, so.
Hey, and you get to do it in a new 5 Series.
Yep.
This thing literally just came out in February.
Oh, yeah?
I love it. It's immensely better than the last 5 Series. They cranked out a ton more power of the engine. The 0 to 60 has been shaved off over half a second. That's a huge stat right there. The car lost 137 pounds, and it's bigger. We have this beautiful new touchscreen. It has adaptive cruise, 4-wheel steering, incredible safety ratings. Fun fact about German cars, they have to be rollover certified. American cars don't.
Okay, gotcha.
So this car will be able to roll over and you will be safe all day long. This is definitely one of those cars you could just take for a ride and just keep going.
And then the technology piece is probably a little bit beyond me, but you know what I mean, right now, but it's something you surely get used to, you know what I mean?
Definitely. There's always people like me to help you understand and learn everything about it.
It's time now for the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by ECMC. The difference between healthcare and true care. Number 5.
Shotgun snap. Anderson fakes the handoff in the pocket, throws down the middle of the field. Caught! What a catch. Anthony Johnson, 35, 30-yard line, dancing around, flashes, and down to the 25-yard line goes Anthony Johnson for a 36-yard gain.
Drew Anderson was able to drive it in there, and what a catch on the other end by Anthony Johnson, draped in coverage, brings it down for another big play.
Number 4.
As Jake Martinez awaits, Adams blocked, punt is blocked, it is rolling free at the 10, picked up by the return, the punter, but the Bulls are going to get it inside the 10-yard line. Kobe Green blocks the punt for UB. They had been close on every other punt, Scott.
Number 3.
Shotgun snap, handoff, Reed running wide to the left side. No, it's a quarterback keeper, Drew Anderson at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50-yard line, 40-yard line, and finally brought down at the Kent State 34-yard line. How did he do it? Drew Anderson, masterful ball work as he gets all the way over midfield.
Number 2.
A Reed counterplay, handoff to the left. At the 15, at the 10, at the 5, bullseye! Emmanuel Reed does it all by himself, and the Bulls are in the end zone.
Great play call there and some great running from Emmanuel Reed. He's almost got 100 yards already.
Number 1.
Drew Anderson, shotgun snap, looking right now again. Now he'll roll to the left, throw towards the end zone, caught, touchdown! Zach LaFave with his first UB touchdown.
Great touch on the pass from Drew Anderson as he rolls to the left, up over a couple of defenders. LaFave does a nice job tiptoeing along the end line there in the back of the end zone. Big play and another big touchdown for the Bulls.
Stay tuned for more UB Football Insider with Lance Leipold.
For nearly 100 years, ECMC has brought hope and healing to Western New York. I'm living proof, and I couldn't be more grateful. Like cancer, we all hope trauma will never happen to us. But when it does, we can rely on ECMC to always be there. I hope you join me to be there for them and help them build their new state-of-the-art trauma center and emergency department. Visit supportecmctrauma.org to help learn how you can support life-saving care.
This is UB Football Insider, presented by ECMC, the difference between healthcare and true care.
Welcome back to UB Football Insider with Lance Leipold. It's time for our Karuba Collisions of the Week. The Bulls had a season-high 4 sacks in the victory over Kent State. Let's see which 3 of them made the cut.
Here are this week's Karuba Collisions.
3rd down and 4, just outside of midfield. Crum is going to throw. He's rushed, hit, and sacked. And the ball may have come out. No, he covered up on the ball, but it's a sack for Khalil Hodge of the Bulls on 3rd down.
3 coming from the blind side, and he had absolutely no chance. Crum got kind of snowed under there right away.
Play action. Crum again rushed and sacked. One more time, second drive, second sack. It is Damone Harris with his first sack of the year. Shotgun, roll to the left. Crum looks. Here comes the rush. There's a flag thrown, and Crum goes down. It's another Buffalo sack. Chuck Harris will get credit for the sack, his first of the year. Sacks on each of the first 3 drives for Buffalo.
Check out the Bulls on social media and choose your favorite Karuba Collision of the week.
Well, it's game day here at UB Stadium. It all gets started when Stampede Square opens at 12:30. Then at 1:30, Better Than Ezra takes the Stampede Square concert stage. And at 3:30, the Bulls will try to be better than the Broncos. It's Buffalo and Western Michigan in a huge matchup of 2 red-hot teams. We hope to see you here. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of UB Football Insider with Lance Leipold.